new crane on the scene today. New big one. Like a rental. I wonder how much it costs to rent one of these for a day. And also, check out this sweet truck. Isn't that cool? Yeah, you can just, you know, sit right there if you want to. Cool. Good morning, everyone. It's Drayton with World's Greatest Kiting. I found some really small little white flowers that happen to smell very incredible. If you see these, don't be afraid to look strange kneeling down on the sidewalk and taking a sniff, because they smell incredible. Wow. Hope y'all are having a good day. And somewhere in your near future is a kite. I think somewhere in our near future is a kite. Although I don't condone the scraping and carving into a tree usually, it is cool to see some of these trees in later years, what people might have said. Usually they're off the beaten path, but this one's pretty right out in the open. It's about, well, there's this section over here too, but it's still pretty cool to look back. There was a time that I carved my name into a tree. Doesn't it look like the tree is popping out of my head? It's pretty cool. There was a time I carved my name into a tree, and the last I checked, it was still there at the campus of Anderson University. Someone might be able to find it. The next stop on our tour of St. Pete is going to be the St. Pete Museum of History. We're going to be walking in there and checking out, just saw a woodpecker. I was going to show it to you guys, but it flew away too soon. Went into the Museum of History, show you around a little bit. Just a few more to go. We'll be right at 5,000. Lots of autographed baseballs in this place. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, it keeps going back here. Oh my gosh. There are tons. Probably not a literal ton, but a lot of baseballs. So they're all organized like so. Girls League. Now, Angela, who you've seen in some episodes, played in the Professional Women's League. Some of you may not know that, but Angela was on the Detroit team in the same league that the movie A League of Their Own was made about. You got boxers. Don King. Check Ray Boom Boom Mancini. I like that name. Maybe I should go by Dre Boom Boom Callison. What do you guys think? Sportscasters. There's one for all the Cubs fans out there. Here's celebrities. Here's a cool one. Elvis Presley, the King, who signed the baseball. Right next to him is Tim McGraw. Kobe. Oh, and I was just gonna look for this one. The Michael Jordan signed baseball. Awesome. Do you guys remember what number he was? Hashtag the number, if you remember, when he played for the White Sox. Very cool. Evel Knievel. Look at that. I would do an Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I don't want to take away from our friend Adam the Will, who does it so well, so much better than I would. Here's a cool one. The 1927 Yankees. Wow, isn't that cool? Some of you guys might know this, but the building that I live in is where a lot of the baseball players lived and stayed during the spring training at St. Pete. And these guys lived in the building and could have actually, can't prove it, they could have lived in my very apartment. Something you won't see too often is Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle on the same baseball with Roger Maris and Thurman Munson. Don't know who Thurman Munson was, but must have been good. You guys probably have heard a lot of spring training happens in Florida, but this is exactly where it all happens. Right there. It's all of it. And we are right about there right now. Right about there. Check out this guy, Rogers Hornsby. If you take a minute and read that, it's basically going to tell you that he still holds the batting average record. And look at this part. He didn't read books or watch movies for fear of ruining his batting eye. Well, maybe there's a reason why this guy was so good and no one has broken his record. Interesting, isn't it? Now, there's a nickname that I am not interested in. Maybe that was cool then, but I look right here. Like Mickey Mouse signed a baseball even somewhere. It's cool. I wonder what kind of pin he used. I got big hands. Wow. Here's what baseballs looked like a long time ago, and it's hard to show you the difference in size, but you see how big that is. It's very small. Hey, check it out, guys. It's the building I took you to, the Snell Arcade. And right up there is the penthouse where his mistress lived. Remember that? It's pretty cool. Check it out down on the street, though. Look at that. Right there's where the coffee shop is now. There's Peepo's Cuban restaurant there. Iceberg. It's down there, the ice cream place. Isn't it cool? Seeing how people dressed. Everybody is dressed up. There's so many people there. It's a real Indian canoe made by the Seminole Indians. Look at this. The light is not great in here, but you get the idea. It's very cool. It's pretty cool for you fabric workers out there. This is a Seminole Indian type of fabric, and you can see the hand sewing involved. How they would use this. Pretty cool. So inside this room is an actual mummy. It's a world famous mummy. It's pretty interesting. Let me show it to you. This is a 2,400-year-old cypress coffin that the mummy arrived in. Apparently, the mummy here, Our Lady of the Nile, is about 3,000 years old. George, would you like to push the button?
Sure. Whoa. It's like a real dead body.
It is a real mummified body.
That's scary. How long has it been there?
3,000 years.
It's crazy. Is that King Tut?
Nope, not King Tut. The Our Lady of the Nile.
That's a lot of steps.
This is actually a model, a copy of King Tut's tomb, I found out.
So
That was made in solid gold.
Yeah, because he was King Tut.
He was the one and only King Tutankhamun.
Yeah.
Did you guys take a look at this? Look at this.
It's like Tutankhamun.
You can't see it up here, but there's a picture of a man, looks like he's playing a piano in the tomb of King Tut. I wonder if King Tut had a friend that he wanted to remember in the afterlife that played piano in like 1940s nightclub setting. Wish I could show this to you. I'll try to put a picture
Yeah,
of it.
but
You know, there's all these cool panoramic pictures of St. Pete, and I found my house on here. So I live right in there, in that building. Isn't that cool? There's Williams Park, where we fly kites sometimes, and check it out, the Princess Martha, the largest hotel, as we learned a few weeks ago. There's another view of the Princess Martha. A lot of these buildings are still here. And check these out. Looks a lot like the building next door, huh? All that scaffolding going up. Wow. So cool. So check it out, guys. It's not just baseballs and Florida history and mummies. We have a very cool historic replica plane. So I'm standing here with Caitlin, and what can you tell me about this very cool airplane hanging in the
So
museum?
this airplane is what is called a working replica of the airplane that was used in the first commercial flight, which was from St. Petersburg to Tampa, over Tampa Bay in 1914. The one that's waving is Tony Jannus. The other one is Abe File. He was the passenger in the first commercial flight, and he paid $400 in 1914, which amounts to about $9,000 in today's money, to be the first passenger.
Wow.
And then after that, the airline went for 67 days before it, I guess, was canceled. And flights were $5 each way across the bay.
$5. Wow. Now, am I right? There's a park right over here where the first flight took off from. Do you know about that?
Yeah,
there's
I
a plaque.
The plaque is actually right in the center of the circle out here that's in the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
You want
Cool.
to check that out?
I will.
But I believe that it either took off from Albert Wooded Park or it took off from somewhere in this little parkland over here. I can't remember.
Cool. Well, we'll go look for that. But thanks for telling us about
Of
the
course.
plane.
Yeah.
The old mayor. Huh? Interesting. Cool plane.